And then there was this.
You said you spoke with President Xi. Have you spoken to him since the tariffs? When did you last
I don't want to comment on that, but I've spoken to him many times.
You said you spoke with President Xi. Have you spoken to him since the tariffs? When did you last
I don't want to comment on that, but I've spoken to him many times.
Alright. I won't put that, or... Did I put that in the... I don't think it really matters. Oh, wait. I'll just put it in there. People really care about it. If people really fucking care. He's not speaking on it yet. Get the fuck out. Get out. Kennedy Democrats have chosen to become utter nutters.
Action, Louisiana Senator John Kennedy. Senator,
Hey,
thank you so
Senator.
much for joining us. What comes to mind? What comes to the stomach when you think of AOC running for president of the United States of America?
Don't do that to him.
Well, let me address first your question about dark woke.
Dark woke, what?
I think the Democrats are trying
That's a
to
new
appear more manly.
Oh, yes.
Just a thought that they may
did
want to
that
consider
fucking video
first
resurface again.
getting rid of their man purses and their organic broccoli.
There was that one Kamala Harris promotional video that was all about like men masculinity and shit. It was bad.
Dark woke, light woke, mellow yellow woke. It's still woke, and that's the Democrats' problem. If you believe the polls, Jason, most Americans believe that Republicans aren't perfect, but they think the other side's crazy. They think that Democrats, like Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez, have chosen to become what my son would call utter nutters.
Miss
Ocasio-Cortez. And think about what the Congresswoman stands for. If you're a Democrat in today's Democratic Party,
big
you're
booty
not allowed
Latina.
To fire bad employees, to fire bad teachers. You're not allowed to cut wasteful spending.
Ted Bundy.
You're not allowed to deport illegal immigrants. You're not allowed to oppose MS-13. You're not allowed to like cops. You're not allowed to prosecute thieves who steal less than $950. You're not allowed to question vaccines. You're not allowed to oppose sex change operations for minors or transgender people in women's bathrooms or playing women's sports. You're not allowed to oppose critical race theory in our schools. You're not allowed to oppose reading porn to grade schoolers. You're not allowed to oppose racial quotas. But you are required to use certain pronouns and to believe that men can breastfeed. Now, I don't think I'm being unfair. This is what Democrats and Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez now believe. And a charitable interpretation for this kind of behavior does not exist. And the American people look at it and they just want to jump out of a moving car.
Jump it.
And that's why Democrats are polling right up there with scalp psoriasis.
Wait,
in terms of the Congresswoman, look, I encourage her to run. I hope she does run. I understand. I listened to her speech. I understand her slogan is going to be "Change begins with a mustard seed," which I think is interesting. I guess if Governor Pritzker runs, his slogan will be "You can have a tummy and still be yummy." I don't know. I just think with the Congresswoman, if you scratch the surface, you get more surface. I don't think she has the intellectual firepower to run a campaign to be president. But I hope she does.
Yeah, it's interesting with Donald Trump. I don't think the Democrats ever took the time or had the inclination or even the ability or aptitude to understand Donald Trump and his appeal to the American people. I think authenticity wins elections and it wins hearts and minds, and Donald Trump has that top to bottom. It's authentic. And this dark woke is really interesting. You know, Donald Trump took this lane called common sense, and that meant that the Democrats, being anti-Trump, had to go the opposite of everything that is common sense. I mean, that's where I read it. Am I wrong on that?
No, I think Trump beat Harris because Trump represented hope, and Harris represented more hurt. But I do think that what the American people trusted Trump most on was the economy. Inflation. I mean, inflation was man-made, and that man's name was Joe Biden, and it gutted people like a fish. And when moms and dads lie down to sleep at night, Jason and Kent, they're worried about the economy. They're worried about the high prices. That's why we've got to pass the reconciliation bill. That's our plan to deal with lowering these prices.
No, that is the key. It is a team sport, particularly in the House, and it'll be fascinating to see. But that Trump agenda and that one big, beautiful bill, we're counting on you and a whole lot of others to make it happen. Senator Kennedy, thank you for joining us. You're one of our favorites. We do appreciate it. Thank you for joining us tonight.
There we go. Oh, it is Ted Bundy. Look at this fucking photo. So fucked up.